Is it difficult being a woman in this business? Well, that and many other questions will be answered in this video. A happy International Women's Month. It was day, now it's month. We might even take it to a year by the Msitu Jaribu. So anyway, one of the things that I find very interesting about this year's International Women's Month, the theme has been investing in women and accelerating progress. And that's the reason why I decided to come and do this video, probably to inspire a woman in business or any other person who's in business, and to answer a set of questions that have been asked to me on repeat by every other client who comes to the showroom about Furniture Zoo, and every person who comes to Furniture Zoo and finds out, oh, this business is actually owned by a woman. They just usually have a set of questions, and I decided, why not come and answer them? And this month of March is the perfect month for me to answer those questions. So, question number one that I'm always asked, what is your background? Or rather, what inspired you to start Furniture Zoo? So before I popped out of a box and said, surprise guys, Furniture Zoo is here. I've been running a business. I've been in business for the last 13 years, still in the creative field. I've been a graphic designer. I do printing and branding, and I've done that. I've run a creative agency for the last 13 years, and I'm still continuing to do that. And then I got an interest, or rather I already had an interest in interior design. So I went ahead to study interior design and decoration. And I started getting like small projects of interior design and beautifying, or rather making people's spaces functional and also aesthetically pleasing. And so during that time when I was doing the projects, the interior design projects, I realized that I would have a lot of outsourcing. I would actually do a lot of outsourcing for furniture, sometimes in Gikomba, sometimes on Gong Road, sometimes just buying from like the furniture shops that already existed. And there was good experiences, bad experiences. I had an experience where someone just took my money, rather the client's money, and never did anything, took them to court. It was a whole mess. I had experiences where furniture was delivered. It was not anything close to what I had ordered. I had experiences where someone told me to take 2 weeks, and then it took 6 weeks. I had good experiences as well. And so that inspired me to start Furniture Zoo and put all these experiences together and to give a product and to give an experience and service that is good, having that background of interior design and also having had the experience of being a client buying furniture from different places. So that is what inspired me to start Furniture Zoo, just so that I can offer the best, according to me, like the best service and the best quality that I'm able to offer. So another question that has been asked severally is, why Furniture Zoo? Why the name Zoo? What inspired that? And I know when you go to animal zoo, you find different kinds of animals. You can see a zebra, a lion, a cheetah, a snake, a crocodile, a monkey, like just different kinds of animals that have different kinds of ways of behaving in the wild. And so I wanted to create furniture, to create a space where people can come and see different kind of furnitures that have different functionalities, that affect a space in a different way, different kinds of wood, different kinds of so it's actually a combination of just difference, of variety of things, variety of furniture, variety of finishing, variety of wood itself that we use. That is what I wanted to create Furniture Zoo to become, and that is why I adopted the word Furniture Zoo. And so to the to the most asked question, is it difficult doing this business as a woman, considering the fact that many companies that do furniture manufacturing are owned by men and run by men? And for me, the response to that is that it hasn't been difficult as I thought it would be. In every instance that I've ended up is that I've had a lot of help. Let's start from example, like when I started buying machines, I didn't know anything about machines, but there was a lot of help from fundis, a lot of help from people who were doing the same business that I do. There's been a lot of help, especially like when buying timber from timber yards. I didn't know how to calculate board feet. I didn't even know how timber is bought. But now I know because people have been there to help me. I've had a lot of help from different places. My suppliers have been such good help. My fundis have been such good help. And also people in the same kind of business that I do. I know I have actually gone to benchmark in different spaces. I've gone to benchmark in one of the spaces that really inspired me, which is Wanderers Homes, a business that is also run by a woman, same kind of business. And it was such an inspiring space to be, an encouraging space to be. So yes, I've had a lot of help. And also my cat has decided to shake the, sorry about that. My cat shook the whole thing and we fell flat. But we're back. What was I saying? That I've had a lot of help as a woman in business. The other thing that I have experienced as a woman in this business is that people actually trust women more than men. I don't know whether this is not gospel truth. I'm not saying that I have done a whole research and these are my findings. I'm just telling you what it is that I have experienced. When it is that I was ordering furniture from different places, I wish I found a woman in that business, because I think it would have been easier for me to explain what it is that I wanted, and it would have been easier for me to trust the woman. I was actually having a conversation with someone, I think last week, and they were telling me how they usually fund women to start business, or rather fund people, actually not just women, fund people to start businesses. And her experience is that when they have given the same amount to a man and the same amount to a woman, that the women have actually gone ahead and done what it is that they had said they would do once they received the funding. And the percentage of men that have coolered the money, that have eaten the money and spent it on other things, probably bought a phone, gone out, drunk themselves crazy, is actually higher than women. Again, please, men, don't come at me. This is not gospel truth. It's just the way information has been presented to me, and that's just the things that I have observed. It's easier for a woman to trust me in her house, especially if I'm going for a site visit. It's easier for a woman to open doors for me, to tell me this is what I need, for me to sit down with her, have conversations with her about what it is that she wants to do with her space, have conversations with her about, let's say, even private rooms like a bedroom. It's actually much easier for a woman to be let into these spaces than a man. It's just the way it is. Mimi sionei wanaume. The other thing that I thought would be challenging is leading men, because about a very high percentage of my employees are men, just by the nature of the business that I do. And I thought that was going to be a challenge, but it hasn't been a challenge. Again, I have very extremely good fundis. Let me tell you guys, they are such a good team to lead. They are such good people. They are such great artisans, very skilled at the things that they do, and it has made it very easy for me to lead them. Even as a woman, they're very respectful, and these are conversations that we have with them, especially even at the onset of the place of employing them, and just tell them, hey guys, imagine what this business is owned by a woman. And I know that sometimes it can be a challenge to be led by a woman, but I do hope that you give me the opportunity to lead you, and let's see where this business grows. And it's been a great journey leading even the men. I haven't really experienced like such difficult things being in this business as a woman. I've actually had more help. Probably it's just the way I approach things. I approach things from a positive perspective mostly than a negative perspective. And I think that has helped me, because then the universe has just given me the things that I have hoped to get. God has just led me into the things that I've been hoping and thinking that I will get, which has been favor and help, and that is what I've experienced. So the other question that I get asked is, what makes you different from other shops that do furniture, other workshops that do furniture? And I would like to answer this question this way. The fact that I have a background in interior design is such an add-on, let me tell you. It's such a value add for my clients, because they get almost like free consultation from me when I want furniture. When someone tells me, oh, I want a dining table, I will actually go to their space, probably measure it. When someone tells me I want a corner seat, which is such a difficult thing to do, especially if you don't know the measurements of the space and the orientation of the chair. So you actually have to go to that space and have conversations with the clients. And sometimes the clients don't necessarily know what fabrics they want. They don't know what wood they want to use. They don't know how to lay out the space. And so when I walk into that space and I walk into their homes with the background that I have in interior design, it is such a value add for my clients. And that is what makes it different, makes me different, or makes Furniture Zoo different from other manufacturing workshops as well. So the fact that I have an interior background gives you almost like a resounding block of, okay, this is the idea I have. Does it work? At least you have someone to ask, do you think it will work? So that you're not just in your space and imagining things and they might not necessarily work. So that is what makes me different. Before I end this video, I promise to give you guys like just a few things that I have learned in business. Having been in business for a total of, I don't know, now 13 years now. I know Furniture Zoo has been existing for only 1 year, but I have a business background for about like 13 years. And there are some things that I have learned along the way. And one of them is, number one, that you need to do as a woman in business. And now I'm speaking to women in business. Sometimes, because I feel like sometimes the men have it all together, and sometimes you can get in business as a woman and you really just don't even know where to start. Like, where would we unafanya nini? The first thing I like to tell people or to tell women in business, create structures that make the operations of your business easy. This is what I mean, that even when someone asks for a quotation, do a professional quotation, send out a professional quotation. Uspende tu quotation kwa WhatsApp, like this is how much a sofa will cost, or this is how much my service will cost, just like chatting someone or not. Sit down, learn how to do professional things. And if you can't do it, hire someone to do it. Do a professional quotation, do a professional presentation if you need to, and make business structures that help you look professional, help you get organized, and help you run and manage the business smoothly. One of the things that I do is that even when someone asks for a quotation for furniture, I don't just chat you. They will probably be chatting me on WhatsApp, but I will sit down and actually create that quotation and send it to you, showing you the pictures of whatever it is that you want to order, the dimensions, the prices, like everything with our terms and conditions, everything will be on that quotation and to be professionally presented. The other thing that I do is that once you place the order, I will print whatever it is that you have ordered, a photo of it. I will attach it to an order form and I will put it in a production file, and then I will actually go and write on the board, this order came on this day, these are the steps, this is how far we have gone, we have bought the raw materials for it, wood has been prepared, and I'll tick those stages until we get to the stage where we are actually delivering the furniture. So create structures for your business. I don't know what business you're in, but create structures for your business that make it easier and that make you look professional in the eyes of the people that you are hoping to give you business. Number two, which I think I will stop it at that because I really don't want this video to be long, but one of the other things I have learned to do is to invest in learning how to manage a business and how to grow a business. It's very easy to think that you know it all, or rather maybe you probably just, you know what, I can wing this and I can do it perfectly, but I have learned to invest in classes. I have learned to invest in programs. I have learned to sit under mentorship of people, under coaches who tell me, this is how you're going to grow this business. You need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this, and have them help me even set goals and achieve those goals one by one. There are some things I really didn't know. I know I've been in business for long, but I've never learned how to scale a business. And this year I actually sat down. Actually, it was last year that I sat in a program that was free. It was a fully sponsored program. It was called Grow Your Business mentorship program, and I sat in that class for almost like 10 months, once a month, and I just learned, just soak in the information and soak in the things that you need to do, and then start to implement them. Invest in learning how to manage your business and how to scale up your business. It is never going to be an investment that is in vain. It is never going to be a waste of time and waste of money. Please take time and invest in it. I have a business coach who does an amazing job. We have a meeting once a month who tells me, okay, Emily, I know you are thinking you got it together, but you need to look at this area. You need to shine some light here and try and see what it is that you can do in this area so that then you can scale up your business in the way that you want to scale it up. Because sometimes as a business owner, you can get so lost in the working in the business that you forget that you need to work on the business, which is the strategies and the planning and some of the words that I've hated even in my coaching sessions are things like strategies, things like projections. Akimi, I hate those things, to be very honest, but I've learned how to do them and I've seen the value of doing those things. So create time and invest in learning how to manage the business and how to grow the business. That is all, guys. I think there would be a lot to be said as a business owner, and some of the things that you can do to grow your business and learn how to manage it. But I would like to encourage all the women that are out there in business. Girls, you can do this. You can do this. You can do this. Just make sure that you're offering the best quality for whatever services or products that you offer, and make sure that you're presenting yourself as a professional in the business. That usiran biashara kama kiosk. Please, let's not run businesses like kiosks. Let's run businesses professionally, and we will see much growth. Happy International Women's Month. Niliwaambia anaweza peleka hii kitu ikuwe mwaka mzima, but I hope that you've enjoyed yourself in the month of March, and I hope that you have stopped to take stock and to just ask yourself, as a woman, how am I running my business? As a woman, how am I even doing just other personal things? Because it's not only about business. How am I resting well? Am I balancing everything that I need to balance well? I hope that you have taken time to just take stock in this month, and also to just find out what it is that you can grow in, and that you have umeka mikakati ya grow in those things. Thank you so much for listening, and it's always a pleasure speaking about my business, Furniture Zoo, and inspiring people. Thank you very much. Have yourself a lovely month. See you in the month of April.